But guys, the real game I want to get into, guys. I've been waiting. I've been waiting to come on here and talk to you guys about this. The Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. Sunday night, 6:30 in Buffalo, New York. A couple hours from here. Now listen, guys. The Buffalo Bills win 27-25. Lamar Jackson loses in the playoffs again. Listen. Lamar Jackson needs to start getting some accountability, man. I am sick of this Lamar Jackson love that everyone wants to give him. I am tired of it. Lamar Jackson is 3-5 in his playoff career. Lamar Jackson in his playoff career, he's been out in the first round in 2019. He went to the divisionals in 2020 and lost. Went to the wild card the second year, out in the first round again. Went to the divisionals 2021, lost. Divisionals, lost again. AFC Championship game, lost to Kansas City. Wild card, first round exit. A divisional game, lose to Buffalo. This guy has never made it to Super Bowl. He might be a 3-time MVP after the season. He might be a 3-time MVP. Lamar Jackson needs to start getting some accountability. In my opinion, Lamar Jackson's overrated. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Lamar Jackson loses to 2 times to Josh Allen, who's his peer, a guy that is supposed to be either he's better than or on the same level with. He can't beat him in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes, he can't beat that guy. Now, nobody's beating that guy, so I don't put too much on him for losing to him. But who's Lamar gonna beat? He lost to Ryan Tannehill in his career. He lost to the Chargers. Like, Lamar Jackson in the first half was horrible. Outside of that first drive, a terrible interception, and then a horrible fumble in that first half that put his team down and having to come back. We are not going to put the blame on Mark Andrews for this game. Yes, he deserves some type of blame. Of course. The guy dropped the pass for the 2-point conversion that would have sent the game to overtime. I understand that. But when is Lamar Jackson going to start getting some accountability? We always put him easily top 2. One of the best quarterbacks to ever touch the ball. We get it. Talent-wise, in a regular season, he's amazing. But the playoffs, what is he doing? Nothing. He's not winning no football games. In the offs, when it really matters the most. MVPs are great. We know you're talented. But when are you using this talent in a playoff game when it matters? Why do you keep losing to your peers that are on the same level as you? At some point, we have to look at Lamar and be like, yo, you ain't giving me nothing. You ain't giving me what I need. Where's the MVP guy that throws for 300 yards and runs for 100 on the ground that he does in the regular season in the playoffs? I don't see him. He don't show up. He's not doing that. So for me, Lamar Jackson is overrated to me. And I know that's a controversial take. Call it what you want. Listen, this guy, I've watched him in the playoffs and watched him in the regular season. It's 2 different people. It's 2 different people. Lamar Jackson in the regular season could be one of the best players to ever touch this ball. In the playoffs, I don't know who that guy is. He's somebody completely different. Lamar Jackson in the playoffs falls. He gets worse. He does not get better. And the great ones get better. Lamar Jackson, to me, is overrated. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes over him. I'm taking Joe Burrow over him. I'm taking Josh Allen over him. Allen keep beating them in the playoffs when it matters. So you telling me Lamar Jackson, you beat him 35-10 in the regular season. You stomp all over them, and you can't take them in the playoffs? I understand it's hard to beat a team twice. I get it. But how many passes is Lamar supposed to get? People say, oh, Mark Andrews dropped the ball for the 2-point conversion. I'm going to be real with you guys. Outside of the first drive Lamar scored on, and the last drive Lamar made that drive to potentially tie the game, Lamar Jackson was trash. He wasn't good. He had a bad game. Outside of you take those 2 drives away, what did he do for you guys? What did he do for the Ravens? That's how I feel about it. And it's not just this game. It's not even just this game. In his career, he continuously loses. He plays worse in the playoffs. It's a fact. The guy in the regular season will have no turnover. He had 4 turnovers, 4 picks this whole year. The whole year he had 4 of them. He finds a way to throw for 1 and fumble in the first half. that puts your team in a bad position, and now your team has to come back. And yes, Mark Drangel makes that catch 9 times out of 10. So yes, he deserves some blame because you got to make that catch if you're Mark Andrews. But we're not going to all kill him, and we're not going to put the blame on somebody who put their team down in the first place. Josh Allen didn't do that. He didn't have a crazy game either. Josh Allen did not play crazily in this game. He didn't. But did Josh Allen turn the ball over? No, he didn't. Did Josh Allen put his team or put the ball in harm's way where they had to put themselves in a position to come back? No. Josh Allen played mistake-free football. And what I said earlier in the show, guys, when you turn the ball over, it counts as double. You can't turn the ball over in the playoffs. And Lamar, time and time again, turns the ball over in the playoffs. A win against Tannehill, it's not impressive. You beat C.J. Stroud in his first year against on a Texans team that wasn't ready to win yet. That's not impressive. Where's his win against the top-tier quarterbacks in the league? He continues to lose and fall short to his peers. So for me, he's overrated. Stop with this, he's the best player, quarterback in the game stuff. Stop with he's second best. No. Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen. All of them come before Lamar, to me. For everyone that's watched that game as closely as I did, outside of the first drive and the last drive, was Lamar Jackson playing well in that football game? No. He had his moments where he was solid to good. But when are we going to have a game where he puts a full game together of him being an MVP that he's gotten twice, about to be 3 times? When is he going to put on a full masterclass that his great self should be able to do? He's great. He's elite, right? One of the best to ever do it. When is he ever going to be held to that standard? We got to stop giving guys passes. 4 out of his 8 times and offs, he's turned the ball over multiple times. Whether that's fumbles, picks, whatever. These plays lead to points for the other team. And at some point, he must be held accountable. I'm just going to be willing to do it. You guys might not be. I'm going to do it. You're the Ravens. You pick up Derrick Henry in the offseason. You have the MVP 2 times over, about to be 3. So you have a top 2 running back. You have the MVP of the league twice. On top of that, now you have a team with Zay Flowers who made the Pro Bowl. You still got Marlon Humphrey. Kyle Hamilton. You still got all these guys on the team. And you're telling me you going to lose to Josh Allen again? You lost him a couple years ago without Derrick Henry. You get Derrick Henry, you still can't beat him? Really? Seriously, you still can't beat him? No. Lamar Jackson, time and time again, loses in the playoffs. Now, I'll be real. Josh Allen has not made it to the Super Bowl either. And I don't think he will, especially not this year. But one thing I say about Josh Allen shows up. Josh Allen will throw for 300 yards. Josh Allen put his team 13 seconds to a Super Bowl. But because his defense couldn't stop a team for 13 seconds and stop Harrison Buckner for kicking a 50-yard field goal to tie the game and send it to overtime, that's not on Allen. That's not on Allen. Who's a better playoff performer, Allen or Lamar? It's not even close. Allen has shown me in all those games in the playoffs, he's elite. In the regular season and the offs. He can play in both. He doesn't shrink. If anything, he gets better. Lamar gets worse. And that's a fact.